1v1 for your life.
I'll play anybody one-on-one. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna win, but I'll play anybody.
You play Braun one-on-one?
Yeah.
Have you played him one-on-one?
Nah, he don't play one-on-one. He said one-on-one's not real basketball, which I kind of agree with.
I kind of agree with LeBron too, to a certain extent. I still see one-on-one though as necessary, and I'll get into that part. And I've been seeing this debate trend all over online, or just being talked about in general. You know, for all my hoopers out there, because I don't think this is a discussion that you need to be able to play in the NBA to really know. When you're playing basketball, organized basketball for the very first time, you make a team, you know it's a lot different than playing one-on-one or even street ball with other guys, where you're in a coach's system, and the minute you try to go against that system or do your own thing, coach is gonna pull you over. Hey man, like what are you doing? That wasn't part of the play. Yo, you're supposed to be in this area, wait for this guy to come off this screen. There's a structural procedure that follows you have to abide by when it comes to the philosophy of the coach. And there's also a number one option within that the ball goes to on the play. If the number one option doesn't work, then there's a second option you want to give the ball to. And as these plays are being ran, if those first two targets, for whatever reason, don't get the ball in the right position, the defense is double teaming them, whatever the case may be, that's when there's wiggle room for you maybe to go one-on-one, do something else outside of the play. But if you're so used to playing just one-on-one basketball, you're going to struggle in this kind of environment and possibly find yourself at the end of the bench.
What Phil used to tell us was we don't run the triangle for Michael and Scotty. We run it for the rest of you guys. You know, we can run anything for those guys and they'll be fine. But we run it for the rest of you guys to help you make decisions, to help simplify the game. And I'm not going to run the triangle, so don't, put that in a headline. But I need to create a simpler format. We're still going to do a lot of the things that we've done. We can't go away from what has helped make us successful. But I think I need to teach it better. I need to simplify some things.
For better or for worse, this has been LeBron James' psyche. A great player who could score with the best of them, but he's always focused on his teammates and how he could bring his locker room with them. Imagine you're a player like Austin Reaves, and one of the greatest players of all time is telling you, yo, that one-on-one thing, that's not real basketball. You got to fall in line and go with the team philosophy and what you're doing on offense to share the basketball, make sure everyone is making the right play. This is why Steve Kerr was saying the best guys like a Michael Jordan, even a Scottie Pippen, you run whatever, it could work. But you got to find ways to get the other players involved. And if they're not as good, you can't rely on them just to go one-on-one all the time. So the skill set is not there to continuously do that. And on top of it, even if it is, the basketball way you're playing, the offense becomes really stagnant. It's obvious. You can see what's going on. Like a Team USA, for example, as great as they are, everyone could go one-on-one every single play. They still don't do that since it's not the most effective way of running your offense. With all that being said, please don't misrepresent my whole position. I'm going to push back on LeBron a little bit. You still got to incorporate some aspect of one-on-one basketball. It's not totally detrimental. There's still very good attributes that could come about from practicing this. It's where LeBron James gets his criticism from in comparison to a Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. LeBron has moments, games, maybe even series where you're looking for him to take over. Don't pass the ball, make the right read. You're down. We want to see you shoot that ball, take over, try to put the whole team on your back. I'm not saying he's never done it. I know you could point out to other moments where he has. I'm saying the consistency where a guy like a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan, there is no moment you could point to where it looks like they were reluctant to take over the whole game, take 30, 40 shots if necessary, even play a little bit selfish, or dare I say hog the ball. The biggest example of this would be the 2011 NBA Finals, the one where LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, they lost to the Mavericks. In that series, LeBron James averaged 15 shot attempts. That is extremely low for a superstar of his caliber, and then to lose a series on top of that wasn't a good look. I'll give another example. Kobe Bryant, when they were facing the Detroit Pistons in 2004, the Lakers lost that series, but Kobe Bryant averaged about 23 shot attempts a game. He was still chucking that ball up. Say what you want about MJ or Kobe Bryant. Kobe played in 7 NBA Finals. He got 5 rings out of the 7. Jordan 6 for 6. LeBron played in about 10. He's 4 and 6. Perhaps that record would be a bit better if he had more of a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan mentality. Who knows? I'm just throwing that out there.
I've told you this story before, and I'm going to tell it to you quickly.
Go ahead.
There was a kid that the Bulls drafted the year after Michael retired in Chicago named Corey Benjamin, who at Oregon State had averaged 20 a game the year before. Bottom of the first round pick, thought he was going to be something special. And sometime fairly early in his rookie year, again, Jordan retired. Corey Benjamin made the mistake of telling the Chicago Tribune, you know, I wish Mike were still around because I could take him one-on-one. A couple days later, I just happened to be at the Bulls practice facility waiting for practice to end so I could talk to the new coach, Tim Floyd, and in walks Michael Jeffrey Jordan in his sweats. Well, he's retired. And I'm saying, what are you doing? He said, I got business to take care of. Goes over and asks Tim Floyd, could I do something here? And Floyd said, sure, whatever you want to do is fine with me. They're shooting free throws at the end of practice. He points across the gym to Corey Benjamin. He said, you and me now. I watched absolute destruction take place, and he wanted to do it in front of us, the gathered media. He wanted us to watch this. They played to 11 by ones, but they didn't play make it, take it. It was, I score your ball.
That's right.
Straight up basketball.
That's
okay?
right. That's how it's got to be.
Okay,
That's how it's
got to be. All right. And I don't remember the exact scores, but they played 3 games, and I think it was like 11-1, 11-2, 11-1. It was something on that order.
I gotta say, man, the only thing about that whole one-on-one game, if I score the ball and we're playing 1v1, I gotta get the ball back. That's how we do it. I'm not giving you the ball after I scored. It creates even more competition because then you know, look, if this guy scores again, he's gonna get the ball back. I gotta really play defense. That's how we did it, so I wasn't really feeling that. But you get the point. Michael Jordan was such a competitive person that even in retirement, somebody talking trash, he goes out of his way to prove a point. That's the level of mentality that people talk about why they love MJ and Kobe over LeBron. And by the way, I have LeBron as the second greatest of all time. I've said that before. We're just talking the mentality and the difference between someone who says, hey man, playing one-on-one is not real basketball versus somebody who they take that as a part of the game and believe it's a huge component.
So you have told a story about the two of you on a trip to Germany.
Yes.
Where y'all played one-on-one supposedly in a
Yes.
gym, and according to you, you won.
I did win.
He supposedly smoked. We didn't play one-on-one.
First of all, did you go to Germany?
We did play one-on-one.
We wasn't keeping score. What we were doing.
Who wasn't keeping score?
So what we were doing, we were working on our footwork on the post. We were working out individually, and then we were working on our stuff on the post. We wasn't keeping score. We was playing.
Now, if somebody's playing a workout, and if the person scores, they keep the ball. What is that?
He was keeping score. I wasn't keeping score. But
11-3.
What?
11-3.
I
This is
don't
11-3.
remember that.
I'm not going to pull a number out of thin air.
And as you heard from that exchange, Kobe Bryant had a very similar mentality when it came to playing the game of one-on-one. He didn't shrug that aside as not being real basketball. And I love the fact that they played the way that I was just mentioning beforehand. If I score the ball, I get the basketball back. I also must say too, one-on-one is more than just the mentality. It also helps with your shot creation, being someone who's confident with the ball in your hands in one-on-one coverage to make your own shot outside of just having to rely on a play being ran for you. So that's the flip side of it. You just got to develop the trust that the coach has in you where he knows you have that type of skill set and you could go get a basket when need be. I'm going to end things there. Y'all let me know in the comment section how you're feeling about LeBron's comments that Austin Reaves was explaining where he said this isn't real basketball. Do you agree with him? What I was saying in the first portion of the video, how it takes away from the team aspect? Or do you like the fact that it breeds a mentality where you have a Kobe Bryant or you have a Michael Jordan, guys who could score at will at any given moment? Hit me up in the comment section. As always, salute for listening and peace.